Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into a literal hidden gem in the tech industry that is completely transforming careers in India right now. If you're looking for a path that offers serious stability, niche expertise, and some major financial rewards, well, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to break down everything you need to know.
Let me ask you something real quick. Are you totally exhausted from fighting for attention in an overcrowded IT job market? So many developers today are just stuck in this cycle of fierce competition for roles that barely offer the compensation or the growth they actually deserve. But what if there was an ecosystem where the demand for your skills massively outweighed the supply?
Think about the typical Java developer route for a second. Sure, the demand is there, but the talent pool, it is absolutely overflowing. It's fierce out there. But flip the script and look at Guidewire. It's a highly specialized path with a much smaller talent pool. And you know what less competition means, right? It means you become incredibly valuable, and you can command some seriously premium pay.
Okay, so here's our roadmap for today. We're going to cover what is Guidewire, why you should choose this career, the top products and roles, salary and career growth, and finally, your roadmap to success. Let's get right into it.
Section 1. What exactly is Guidewire software?
So this isn't just your run-of-the-mill software. We are talking about the absolute beating heart of the modern global insurance industry. Guidewire is essentially a massive suite of applications built specifically for property and casualty or P&C insurance companies. Think about hundreds of the biggest insurers across North America, Europe, Asia Pacific, and India. They literally rely on this platform to replace their clunky, decades-old legacy systems. The star of the show is their flagship product, the InsuranceSuite. It's built on three main pillars that handle pretty much the entire life cycle of an insurance policy. First, you've got PolicyCenter, which handles all the quoting, underwriting, and renewals. Then, ClaimCenter kicks in the moment a customer reports a loss, managing everything from that first call right down to the final payout. And of course, BillingCenter keeps the lights on by handling all the invoicing and payment processing. Grasping how these three pieces talk to each other, that is the absolute foundation of your future expertise.
Moving on to Section 2. Why choose this career? The magic word here is scarcity. Because the pool of skilled talent is so incredibly small, your value goes through the roof. Plus, these aren't just quick 6-month gigs. Insurance companies are doing massive multi-year modernization projects. We're talking long-term, stable work. On top of that, there's a huge wave of hiring right now for Guidewire cloud transformations as everyone moves away from old on-premise setups. Add it all up, and companies have absolutely no choice but to offer premium compensation just to get the right people in the door. All right, Section 3, top products and roles. Okay, listen closely. If you remember only one new thing from today, make it this word: Gosu. Gosu is Guidewire's proprietary object-oriented programming language. It is quite literally your golden ticket into this whole ecosystem. It's the core tool you'll use to configure and customize the platform. And the absolute best part? It's heavily influenced by Java. So if you already know basic programming fundamentals, you're honestly halfway there. And there's a perfect spot for whatever you like doing. If you're into business rules and user interfaces, you'd be a configuration developer. If you love deep, technical backend work, integration developers connect Guidewire to external CRMs and payment systems using REST and SOAP APIs. And by the way, that's one of the most in-demand, highest-paying roles. If infrastructure is your jam, cloud developers handle the SaaS deployments in Kubernetes. Or if you're a people person, business analysts act as that crucial bridge between the insurance folks and the tech teams.
Which brings us to Section 4, salary and career growth, the fun stuff.
Let's talk numbers. If you're a fresher in India, you're looking at a starting range of around 4 to 7 lakhs per annum. But watch how incredibly fast this scales. Because of this super niche skill set, a mid-level developer with just, say, 4 to 6 years of experience is pulling in 12 to 18 LPA, easily blowing past their generalist peers. By the time you reach senior level, you're sitting pretty at 18 to 28 LPA. And then there's the top tier. Once you hit that Guidewire architect level, which takes about 10 or more years of experience, your compensation package starts at 28 and scales well past 45 lakhs per annum. No joke. And you're not going to be hunting for these paychecks at some obscure startup nobody's ever heard of. The biggest global tech giants are aggressively hunting for this talent. We're talking Accenture, Cognizant, Capgemini, TCS, Deloitte, Infosys, and Wipro. They all have massive, dedicated Guidewire practices. And because they're running these global implementations, you're often looking at some really incredible on-site travel opportunities and international consulting exposure too. Let's wrap things up with Section 5, your roadmap to success. So how do you actually get there? Well, for your first 2 years as a fresher, just keep it simple. Master the fundamentals: Java, SQL, and your basic P&C insurance concepts. By years 2 to 4, as a junior developer, you're diving into hands-on Gosu and basic configuration. Move into years 4 to 10, and you're a senior developer, tackling the really complex API integrations and Guidewire Cloud. And finally, hit that 10-plus year mark, and you transition into an enterprise architect, literally shaping the long-term tech strategy for global deployments. Now, you might be sitting there wondering about a few things before you take the leap into this roadmap. Like, does this career absolutely require Java? The short answer, yes. Strong Java fundamentals are highly recommended. Like we mentioned earlier, Gosu is heavily based on Java syntax, so if you already know Java, you've got a huge running head start. The object-oriented concepts carry over beautifully. It's honestly the perfect escape hatch for Java devs wanting to leave that oversaturated general market behind. You also might be thinking, okay, if it pays this well, is it just way too complex for a fresher to learn straight out of university? Honestly, it's completely manageable. Yes, there's a moderate learning curve, but if you get some structured training in Java, SQL, and the insurance basics, it is totally accessible. The real secret sauce here is focusing on real-time, hands-on projects early on. That structured training bridges the gap between what you read in a textbook and what you'll actually do on the job. So I'm going to leave you with one final thought to chew on. The doors to the Guidewire ecosystem are wide open right now. The demand is massive, the pay is premium, and shockingly, the competition is still low. Are you going to stay lost in the generic IT crowd, or are you ready to claim your premium spot? The choice is yours. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope this data gives you absolutely